Hello and welcome to another modelling video. This is Alan from the Mokanaman at YouTube, and it's been 8 years since I filmed from this location with a very big announcement. And yet again, all these years later, it's definitely happening again. I will be conducting a shilling series where I'll be fundraising and selling merchandise for the channel only on those videos once a month, and shall not majoritarily affect the rest of the content. Everything else will be the same. This will be a humongous project, never really undertaken by someone in this part of the hobby world. I intend researching and building the necessary equipment and resources to produce my own garage kits. Now, garage modelling has been around in gunpla, military, figure modelling and whatnot all the way since the 60s and 70s through catalogues, soft vinyl and resin. What is going to be majoritarily different in the new age of industry style of 3D printing and micro manufacturing over the internet? I'm going to be making injection molded aftermarket parts and scale models by my design, molded by my hand, tools arranged, molds made, the whole kit and caboodle all the way to distribution. I'll have a catalogue available for viewing, where you'll be able to see my research, what I require, the goals that I need to achieve, and the rewards that are on offer. Now, I am not going on any of the fundraising websites such as Kickstarter or whatnot. That's almost a full-time project in itself to raise funds, and normally a presence online far larger than what I have is required to have any sort of success in a 30 or 60 day timeline. This way I'm able to do it on my own with my own resources at a time that's a lot greater, that can fit around still making the regular content for this channel and conducting myself at my full-time job. What you will need to do is send me an email, link down below, if you're interested to view the catalogue as well as contribute. I will send you the PDF file, but we shall go through it right here, right now anyway. So, a quick roundup. I have founded a business or identity called the Salt Mines Hobby Shop and the Salt Mine Hobbies Garage Kits. I've been selling for a year to 2 years on a Facebook page, as well as various events and online to the Australian community, tools and second-hand kits. During the time, besides building up a catalogue tool range and everything I have from just a few $100s in my pocket, I've got quite an inventory of stock, as well as fundraised well over $4,000. However, I do need $7,000 total to purchase this machine from the United States, a B100 benchtop hand crank injection molding machine. It can take polystyrene pellets and inject it in a small mold with the capacity to take a 13-gram runner or part. To compare the capacity of the molds and the amount of material that's being pumped, it's about 2 of the Kodabakir modelling support goods runners side by side, and about that in weight. In the way of mould making, I've got the choice of CNC milling aluminium, which is a fairly expensive and very difficult process. I've had trouble trying to source places that will do such tiny jobs. Next is selective laser melting system 3D printing, which I've sourced one of the leading producers of that in my very home city, as well as the United States and Europe. It's just like SLA 3D printing. Instead of shining a laser through resin and pulling a model out, metallic dust is pushed onto a plunger going down, and a laser produces the 3D printed object. I'm going to use it to make two halves of the mold and stick the plastic inside it. Now, granted, the machine is very expensive and the molds isn't going to be exactly cheap themselves, but at the rate of how much styrene costs per kilo and how many times I can pump castings out of a mold, would definitely be able to recoup the cost in quantity, as well as making the price comparable, if not cheaper, to equivalents on the market like the Kotobukiya sets, HIQ, Wave, and other ones that are popping around on Taobao. With the added addition to the SLMS, I'll be able to achieve some pretty spectacular shapes, even going for multiple mold parts, tackling undercuts and the same effect as a sliding mold would be able to achieve. All of this will have to start at the design stage, especially CAD and 3D modeling. I happen to be fairly skilled at AutoCAD, to the point where I work with it quite a bit in industry, 2D as well as 3D. I've got an entire portfolio on Thingiverse of items I've created specially designed to be produced from a plastic extrusion cheap 3D printer that you would find at home, or like my Up Mini. I will be able to apply the rules for a two or multi-part mold that is very similar that you would put into G-code in a CNC machine, and be able to spit out the file that could be adapted to the people that will be commissioning my mold from the CAD files. Distribution of said models is very easy. Besides usual online outlets, I'll have a catalogue that people can order directly off. It would be flexible to the point of box, no box, and the sale of individual runners if people so desire. The catalogue will also have on offer the opportunity for business people, stores, clubs, resellers and whatnot to buy a small amount as a wholesale quantity, half the price, to flip it for a decent profit. The best thing in the world and the ultimate end game of this is to make it widely available and almost purchasable from a brick and mortar store or online service in every major continent that has quite a serious modelling presence. Now let's have a look at the catalogue. What you need to do in the description section, first thing, is my email address. Email me requesting the catalogue and have a very good read and look through of the research, what I need, everything that's going on, as well as being explained in this video but in more detail. It is perfectly okay to take an interest, ask for the catalogue, have a read, and not offer or correspond any further. I'm perfectly fine for people just observing. Only contribute if you feel inclined to. You've read all this and wish to seriously support it, and that the prizes or rewards fit in what you really wish to purchase, have or own. The rewards include a student salt mine loot crate, international, 100 Australian dollars, loosely translates to around 80 USD, slightly less, or for the locals in Australia only, 85 Australian dollars. It is 16 items, all the tools you could possibly need or want if you're starting out, intermediate, or need a serious rehash of the gear you have. Not including liquids, thinners, adhesives and all that sort of thing. It's what you need for plastic, soft vinyl, resin, the whole kit and caboodle, from snapping all the way to painting. It's quite a bit of quality stuff, and the value of all the items you're getting is definitely going beyond what retails in brick and mortar shops. This works out by group buying from sources in China. Through collective bulk purchasing and doing everything at once, I'll be able to achieve quite a discount directly from the manufacturer and slow shipping it to my location. How I've roughly worked it out, shipping is included straight to your doorstep. This is also bulk organised. $35 will be contributed to the cause with every one of these packs sold. The Pro Loot Crate is 7 items, same prices for the international lot or the local lot. You'll only get 7 items. They are revolved around airbrushes, including an actual airbrush itself and specialty tools that will assist the whole process. A few of the bits and pieces are exclusive from the sources where I get them and sell them through the salt mines. Again, well beyond brick and mortar store retail value. I've already budgeted and mapped out exactly what's going to be in the 2 crates. They'll be blind to you, the point of a loot crate, so when you open them up they'll be quite exciting. And is all stuff that I've used in the past, currently own, tested and sold with excellent glowing reviews from people I've serviced locally through the salt mines. I am very excited about this offering. However, to keep the price very low, I'll have the offer open for 18 months and announce when this catalogue will close and no longer accepting orders. From closing, it'll take a month to a month and a half to source all the items with the money collected, and once gathered they'll be packed and dispatched immediately to your locations. This could take anywhere, what I'm projecting, from September to near the end of the year until you'll have it in your hand. It is a bit on the slow side, though. It's more so gathering the funds needed to carry on the project than a retail experience, so definitely please bear with me. Now, maybe $80 to $100 is out of your budget and you can't quite afford to get such a large toolkit, or you already have a toolkit. I also have a $5 contribution voucher system. I do you up a code and a little image voucher, and at any point, will never expire, you'll be able to redeem a model or kit or anything that I produce garage kit wise in the future, no matter how big or expensive it is. You can redeem it immediately on the first product, but if you don't like that, you can keep waiting until something that you do like is released. It's only $5, again, does not expire. My Patreon supporters are entitled to one free voucher straight out of the gate, past or present. And if you wish to contribute via that means, everything on that platform, as well as revenue from YouTube or anything else, is all being funneled in that general direction. Now, once you've read the whole catalogue pack and you've decided what you wish to buy or not, to complete it, follow the instruction page. Simple of email the Mokanaman again, put in a certain title, and fill out the contents with your PayPal address, what you exactly want, how much of it you want, and your shipping address, so I could write that down, put it in a database, and when things are ready it will be dispatched, and all of this information communicated on a monthly basis via these special salt mine videos to keep everyone mind at peace that your money hasn't just disappeared into the ether. And that's about covering everything that I want to do. The first set's going to be very easy, just testing out limitations and whatnot. I'm looking or thinking about a rivet set similar to what Ming and all that does, except covering the types and shapes that they don't. You cut off and stick in certain panels of your model, bolt heads and all sorts of other fun things. The very next one after that will be runners and their actual full ball standalone kit you can build. So the first three things is mapped out, and the CAD drawings have already been started. They just need to be finalized into molds. So yeah, follow the email address link down below, shoot us an email and we'll shoot you a catalogue. Once X amount of catalogues have gone out, it'll be closed, so I'm not overly flooded if there is that much interest. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you to my long time viewers for your support. Thank you for watching the video this far ahead and just thinking of it, considering it, or just watching and taking interest in the project that's going ahead. At no end anyone's forced to do anything. Don't feel bad if there isn't much in the way of support. It's just going to take longer to raise and buy the machine through the individual sales. Though if the process can be sped up with the interest and people getting something in return, that is most definitely welcomed. Stay tuned for this ride, and let's see where we can take this. Catch you guys next time.